Welcome to the channel. My name is Connor. Quick video for you today. I had someone reach out to me in my private IFS group, and they just purchased my complete self-led IFS program, and they were curious if they were going to learn more about how to visualize their parts. Also, after doing this work for over a decade now, there's a lot of people who have asked a similar question or have said to me, I can't visualize my parts. What's wrong with me? Or I can't visualize my parts. How am I supposed to do IFS? So I want to make this video really quickly to let you know that in my decade of experience, I have worked with hundreds of people, and about half of those people visualize their parts. And they have interactive sort of visualizations with their parts, and a lot can happen in the visual space. And about half of the people do not visualize their parts. And for those people who do not visualize their parts, there is still a lot happening. And there is really no difference in the quality of work that they are doing on themselves within the IFS realm. So I think that it makes sense that if you're not visualizing your parts, you can kind of have a feeling like you should. Or if you're new to IFS and you've just been learning about it, it seems like it's something that just goes along with the model. But the truth is, there's nothing in IFS protocols that encourages people to visualize. We can try as practitioners if we feel like it might be beneficial for them. We can encourage them to maybe visualize a light inside of them, or visualize a memory, or return to a memory that you can kind of visualize, and there you can interact with parts in a different way. That's great to try out as a practitioner, and it's great to try out in your own self-led IFS journey. But if it's not happening, it's not happening, and it doesn't need to. So I think the reason that a lot of people can have this assumption is if you're learning about IFS on YouTube and maybe you're listening to people describe their IFS work, or you're listening to a practitioner describe a client's IFS work. Even if you're reading books about IFS, you're going to see a lot of examples that refer to visualization. And I think the main reason for this is that it just makes for really good storytelling. And what is less represented is everything else that can happen in someone's system without visualization, or with limited visualization. And that spectrum is going to include what we do specifically look for and encourage self-awareness around in IFS, which is, what am I thinking, how am I feeling, and what am I sensing? The latter being, what does my body feel like? And parts can show up in those three realms in a lot of different ways, depending on the individual system. So the biggest point I want to make here in this video, which I say in a lot of different ways, is whatever you are doing, if you are putting time into this work, you are doing it right. Your system is beautiful, it's perfect, it's working exactly the way it was designed to work. Using IFS to increase self-awareness, to better understand what self-energy feels like, to start to better understand what parts are at play in your day-to-day, your week-to-week, your month-to-month, and to better understand how these exiles that are beneath this protective layer of parts are influencing your day-to-day, your week-to-week, your month-to-month, is an incredible journey. It's incredible work. And the most important thing to remember is that it's going to be absolutely unique to you. Now, there are some similarities across the board because we are, at the end of the day, all human beings. There's a lot of similarities, but specifics are going to be yours and yours alone. And not everyone has visualization. The most important thing that we're doing in IFS is feeling our feelings. And how we feel our feelings, there's a lot of different ways to do that. If visualization comes naturally to you, you enjoy working in that realm, fantastic, keep doing that. But if you feel like you should have visualization and you're not, check in and see if there's a part of you here that has an idea about what this work is supposed to look like. Help that part relax, remind yourself that you're perfect, that you showing up is doing the work, and open yourself up to the unexpected. Because as we begin to go inside in these deeper and deeper ways, amazing things happen. Stay curious, stay compassionate, and stay calm. Much love to you and your parts. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, subscribe, like the video, comment, all that good stuff. I appreciate you very much. Have a beautiful day.